You know, the challenging thing about this self-discovery and self-mastery journey is that there is no downtime. There is so much awareness that's happening, and there is also so much resistance that you see and you witness in your everyday moments, that either you are confronting it and being with it, or you're really experiencing yourself distracting and resisting it. Neither of which is easy. And doing this work that I am doing here, it really confronts me to be really honest, and not only with myself but with you, because that's who I choose to be here. So much of this work is, and so much of my struggle is constantly asking myself how real I am with you, because that's a reflection of how real I am with myself. If I am seeing my feed and seeing how I show up over here as a little bit pretentious or a little bit too perfect in a sense, or too curated, I am I have this natural doubt within myself, that it's like this flag that comes through, and really questioning my own authenticity in the way that I am showing up. Anyways, this really all comes through, especially after a shower, where I will get these real talk downloads, and I am faced with myself asking these questions. And I wanted to share that this space that I have created for myself, for my own self mastery and self discovery, it's also purposeful in using myself, my own growth journey, as an example of how you can learn from it, and how I have used myself in my journey as a learning experience for you to learn from. And I truly believe that is my mission, my purpose, and something that I chose to do before I came to this space. That is my belief. And from time to time, I'll get these glimpse of this bigger than my current self, and these reality. When I am attuned to that space, it makes so much sense. And sometimes when I try to verbalize those things, it gets very murky. So I think I'm allowing myself to experience it all, and forgiving myself for not being able to verbally articulate those things, and even visually put that on canvas or on paper through paint. It's okay. What I wanted to say is that the reason I haven't been very active in showing up over here as a coach is because I am really finding myself resisting in labeling myself as a coach. But I know that it's easier for you to relate to me, and easier for me to kind of share the space if I have a label. And the reason I am a little bit resistant on calling myself a coach, I really see myself as sort of this right hand person for you, like a companion. What I really believe is that, especially us women, what we really long for and what we really need is this witnessing this, being acknowledged, being held, and being knowing that we are not alone in this journey, and figuring out who we are and accepting where we are in this journey and how we go about walking through this path that we are embarking on. And I don't know any of the answers for you that make sense for you. I don't know anything that, I'm not here, I cannot be here to teach you anything. What I am here is to hopefully reveal to you your own inner teacher, your own inner light, and shed a different light for you so that you see your story differently. To see a different facet of who you are, and so that you can see a different possibility for you, and you can really start owning a different story, and you can start seeing yourself and being there for yourself in a way that is much more helpful, much healthier, and much more purposeful in you being joyful, and you being peaceful with what you are right now. So I think in sharing that, it makes me so much more relaxed in how I show up over here, in terms of what I share. I used to be so much more subconscious about showing up here, whether as an artist or as a coach, or am I giving mixed signals, or am I not being clear enough? All of that, probably all true, right? And that's because I am a human living this human experience, and naturally we are all just dynamic and confusing, and our moves switch back and forth, and our journey is continuously evolving, and sometimes we retract, and sometimes we relapse to different spaces. So it's very natural. So I'm much more forgiving in terms of how I show up, and it's important for me to know, and it's important for me to be really honoring my own authenticity in terms of how I show up, because again, I'm not here to teach you and what healing looks like for you. I'm here sharing my story and my healing journey, and how it is meaningful for me, and the reflection I hope that you will take with you is that it will reveal to you what authentic healing journey is for you, and how you are able to lean into that space, whatever that looks like for you, and it could be completely different. And that is not only okay, but definitely welcome, actually. So regardless of my art, my therapeutic art sharing, or my coaching services and offerings, it's really to be your companion in however it is that you need me to be. And one last point I really want to share is that so much of this is beyond this physical realm, meaning what you physically need and what you physically hear and sense. There's so much of this energetic thing that's happening that's beyond. And it might be cliche or woo-woo, but I really do believe that we have this like soul's contract before, and this part of you that recognized that part of me. And so if you are resonating with, and even though you might find me a little bit confusing, but really trust this inner resonance that you have, and be curious. I am not here to really be more than your right hand person. in revealing what it is like you really want for yourself. I really needed to share that. So I hope you can hear that. And if you do, definitely communicate with me. That's really how this really works. And especially if you are, ready and able to go on this journey. It's really rewarding. And we can have a lot of fun, and there's a lot of peace to be had. Talk to you soon.